Vineland Police Operator 0380.
Yeah, this is Teresa Lockwood. I called earlier to make a complaint. I've been calling all day, and I was just harassed by a number of people for trying to make a complaint. I have a right to make a complaint, and to cause harm to me and cause me pain for basically being violated is just disgusting.
Okay. So you want to report that somebody's harassing you?
I wanted to report that somebody stole money from me off my card, taking money out of my account, my debit card, without my permission. It's theft.
Okay,
It's fraud.
So is it related to the same incident that you reported earlier?
Yes, it's fraud. Fraud and theft.
Okay. What's the address?
It's the Daily Journal. Excuse me, the Daily Journal. Without my permission, removed money off my card. Apparently, for months without my knowing, and I just found out because I tried to use money, and I thought I had a little bit more money in there, and then I had to call the card company and Daily Journal or whatever. And they refused to return my money, but I had no idea they were taking money off my card until I just tried to use it, and it dropped below the balance that I had left on it for that time.
Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, so the officers stated that you can't.
Yeah, they're manipulating, harassing me, and lying to me. And lying about me and lying about the situation to obstruct justice. I apply the law correctly, and my complaint is legitimate. I can't make a complaint. It is theft and fraud. The thing is that when I'm sitting there making a complaint and they're refusing it by making up these delusions, whatever they want in their own little head, they don't have a right to sit there and refuse me my rights because of just some delusion they just made up. I apply the law correctly. They are not applying the law correctly. They have not been applying the law correctly every time they encounter me. And this has been going on for years. And when I correct them and speak to them the law, which I apply correctly, they basically just come up with these things they just make up in their own little delusional head. So I have a right to sit there and speak to somebody I'm only looking for basic intelligence. I'm not looking for them to be extremely intelligent like myself. I'm just looking for basic common sense. And I have not dealt with that tonight. And I can keep encountering people who just can't just logically communicate with me and basically apply the law and basically do their job.
Okay, so did you want to speak to that officer? Because I do know you can't report that for something you signed up for and it's paying.
No, I did not sign up for that, for them to take off my card all these years. That's their lie. They're lying, and that's rape. And then they sat there, a dispatcher sat there and said I was lying when I sat there and said I called all day about every 2 hours. Yes, I did. It's on record. I don't lie. My name is Prophetess Teresa Lockwood for a reason that God gave me. So the thing is, I'm a chosen of God. I'm being persecuted because I am a lawful person, and they don't respect the law. Okay? I'm basically a person of law. That's what I do. I teach law. Okay? Applying it appropriately. I did not sign up for them to take money off of my card like that. No, I did not. They just delusionally made that up.
Okay, Teresa, then how do you pay for the Daily Journal?
I don't. I don't pay for the Daily Journal. I received no Daily Journal, and I did not even encounter any engagement on their articles of Daily Journal. You can check my internet or my history or whatever, and know that I didn't. Okay, well, the Vineland Police Department has hacked into my internet, so that's one thing. They know for a fact I was not reading Daily Journal articles, so you can just ask them. Oh, they'll lie about it because apparently they're making up lies about me. So the thing is that that's also a heinous crime, by the way, cyber crime, hacking into my internet. So the thing is, I did not sign up for them to sit there and for months, for almost a year, take my money off my card. I did not sign up for that. I did not. That's what I'm telling you.
Okay, Teresa. You said, have you ever signed up for the Daily Journal?
Yes, for a month. For a month.
Okay.
That's what I paid. I paid for. I did not have permission. I did not give anybody permission to continuously take money off of my car out of my account.
Okay.
I didn't do that. I didn't sign up for that.
So I know, like, you could do some companies do the free subscription thing, and then once you hit those certain amount of days, they will subscribe you to them. Do you think that?
No, I just did it for a month, and I told him that. I had the full conversation. I said, I'm just trying to look at this article. I said, this is why I basically need to pay for a month. I had that because I remember this. I don't remember the article. I actually probably couldn't look it up because I actually shared it, and I just wanted to read this article that they had blocked. I said, I just want to read this article. Like, I had a full conversation about it to Daily Journal. I remember it because I remember I particularly wanted to read that article because they're using it to control what we know, which is actually in violation of freedom of press, by the way. I mean, I think it should be paid that we should pay for services for them to support them. Yes, I believe they do a job. They should be paid for it. I respect that. That's why I pay for what I read. Okay? But the thing is, it's just like I had no idea that they were taking money off of. I would have read Daily Journal if I basically was subscribing all this time. So I had no receiving of any Daily Journal. I did not receive any information and I'm not reading Daily Journal. I didn't know that they were taking money or if I was continually subscribed or anything. I had no knowledge of that. And when I tried to explain that to them, they got very rude and nasty with me. And I even was trying to be considerate. I mean, it's just like I could deal with people being like nasty to me or whatever. Sometimes I'll go off. Sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'll be so tolerable just trying to sit there and communicate with people. Sometimes it's pointless, so I'll just go off on them. Okay? At the last resort. I say, if I'm going off with somebody because they're violating me, willingly and knowingly. But the thing is, it's just like I was very nice to him when I called him a few days ago. And like I said, I didn't know who was taking money off my account. And when my balance went below, which was strange because I keep up and I try to calculate or whatever rightly to see, for my budget and stuff. And then all of a sudden I had money on my card and then I didn't. And I got 7 cents left. And I'm just like, wait a minute, this is not right. So what's going on? I'm like, I know I did not spend this and this and this. And so I called up the card company for the card holder. And they said they gave me the people who basically was taking money out of my account. Like the other one I wasn't aware of either, but I did use their services. I wasn't sure. I wasn't aware of that or whatever, but somewhat I thought I was discontinued because I wasn't getting some other service, which was strange. I have to actually call them and question that. So the thing is, but see, I had no knowledge about Daily Journal doing that. I received no services. I read no news. I had no delivering a paper or digital or anything. I did not receive any connection with that. Hello?
I'm listening.
Okay. So, I mean, I tried to reason with them and talk to them. And the thing is, when I saw it, I called them up and I said, okay, I was just trying to use my card or whatever. And it said you took like, $9.99 off of my card. And so they said, okay, we will reimburse you. I said, because you didn't have permission for that. Right. And then I thought about it. I'm just like, oh my gosh, have they been taking like money off my card like previous? Now they did agree to reimburse me because it was wrong. They admitted it was wrong. So they agreed to reimburse me for $9.99. They just took off my card within the week, and within the last week or so. I don't know when it was. About a few days ago, I guess, 3, 4, 5 days ago. So an estimate. So the thing is, so I called them. And they did reimburse me for $9.99. So, I'm sorry, I'm repeating myself. But when I basically thought about it, I was just like, wait a minute, have they been taking money off all this time? I didn't know. And then, so I called them and I asked about that. And I was just like, well, I said, I didn't read your media. I didn't use your media, like your news or whatever. And things like that. I said, I had no connection. I said, you can check my record or whatever. I was just like, I'll sit there and print out my history and all these other things if you want. I said, I didn't look up you up online. I couldn't read your Daily Journal or anything. I said, I received nothing from you. I said, you need to reimburse me for that. And then she started getting nasty with me. You agreed to it. You signed. I said, no, I didn't. I said, I had a full conversation. I said, I said to her, why would I basically agree to pay for all this and I'm paying for all this and I'm not reading the news? I said, there's evidence that I could provide that basically says I was not reading your digital media or anything. I received no services. So, and then she started getting nasty with me or whatever, and it turned into, I'm like, you're stealing. I said, I'm going to call the police. And I didn't. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't call the police again. But the thing is, I have to go around, and I had to like ask for toilet paper. I had to ask my neighbors for toilet paper and butter and all these things or whatever. And I'm trying to call churches to get food and stuff. And people were taking my money.
Take a deep breath, Teresa.
Like, I'm hungry, all right? And churches won't even call me back either. I mean, I'm getting paid soon, and I owe people money and things like that, and I'm very, very, like, precise on, I never borrowed money from anybody before in my life, and I've been, like, I have to ask people for things in the last year or two, and it's just been really terrible. I was always the one just giving and giving and giving and giving and giving, so I thought it was pretty good to experience being on the other side or whatever, and things like that. I mean, okay, this is weird. I need to humble myself a little bit, and I get to experience on the other side and the other half or whatever. So, I flow with it or whatever, but then it's just like people kept robbing me though. I mean, people know that I've been calling like throughout where people like robbed us. Like, I mean, we have nothing. And it's just like, I just needed some butter and toilet paper. Like, my gosh. And it's just like, I just asked, I'm being stolen from. And it's like, and the thing is like, I have to like skip on food or whatever, make sure Donald gets something to eat, but we're running out of food or whatever. But the thing is, I do get paid on my card like every 2 weeks or whatever. And I have to wait all the way till Friday.
Teresa, take a deep breath, okay? I don't want you to get upset, okay? Take a deep breath for me.
This is upsetting. People don't know, and then I had to deal with all this today, and all this and it's just like I'm already in an upsetting situation, or else I wouldn't be calling the police.
I know. Take a deep breath for me, okay?
I mean, I'm breathing. Thank you.
Yeah, I just don't want you to get upset, okay?
Well, it's okay to be upset, Let people be upset, though. It's okay. Let people be upset and cry. I'm going to cry about it. I've been crying I cry like 5 times almost every day or whatever because it's like people are awful.
I understand.
But thank you. I appreciate that. But let people get upset, though, or whatever. But your calmness is very appreciative, and I do. You are like, touching my soul and stuff. So I appreciate it. I understand what you're trying to do.
I can only try my best, Teresa.
All right, I appreciate it.
Of course. So, did you want to talk to the officer, or?
Well, I was trying to make a complaint, and the thing is, it's like I'm trying to just reason with them or whatever, and like I tried to call Daily Journal, like I already called them several times already. And I was trying to avoid calling the police, but it's just like, I mean, it's upsetting that I have to ask for things now. And I feel bad. I pay you back Friday. I said, people took money out of my account and I didn't know about it. I just got thrown off balance a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's like it's just really hard to just go and ask things from people, and I gotta pay everybody back. But the thing is, it's like I'm getting paid soon, so I'll be able to support myself better because I'm getting PPP for taking care of Donald, But that's gonna be very helpful. So I get to pay for like a lot of things back and pay taxes, and I'm grateful for that. But this is very hard to just go around asking for things. I had to ask for milk like the other day. Like I couldn't even buy milk, just so I could cook something.
Yeah, so I do know you made a complaint earlier regarding that, with the Daily Journal. I'm just wondering if you wanted to speak to the officer who took care of that.
I tried to talk to her. I got very angry because she was a woman and she's just making stuff up. And I'm telling her she's just making things up to oppose me. When I'm sitting there, I'm applying the law properly. Like, I'm addressing these issues that became a crime or whatever. And she's telling me that it's something different. And she's just making it up. Like, this is my experience. This is what it is. I'm not perceiving things wrongly. It is theft and it is fraud. Because the thing is, they knew it, and I remember having a specific conversation. Now, the thing is that it could have been a mistake, okay? And it's very possible. I know her on there, and that's why I was trying to reason with them. But it's just like, who wants to sit there and pay back and getting all these things? But I received no services from them, except for that one time for 1 month. I said, I just want to pay for a month because I needed to read this article. That's all. And that's a specific reason I said that specifically to them.
Yeah, and on that, it didn't have like where you had to put in any of your card information or anything like that.
I didn't fill out anything.
Okay.
I think I did it over the phone. I think I did there was something I had to do, like filling out like making the account or something. I had to do something. I'm not sure what I had to do or whatever to receive the news or something like that. But I specifically remember I said it specifically. I said, I just need to read this article. I mean, I wouldn't have minded it if I basically, I mean, I couldn't be able to afford it, but I wouldn't mind it. I probably would be able to afford it $9.99 a month. Yeah, probably. I mean, I spend a little extra money. I don't have that much money, but just to buy a little thing or whatever. But my favorite thing to do is read media anyway. Like, I would get that like before anything else or whatever for a luxury. But the thing is, I read a lot of news like daily, and I have not read their news because I did not think I had a prescription or subscription. I'm sorry, subscription. It's subscription, right? Yeah, prescription is medicine. Yeah, it's subscription. You got them crossed. I'm sorry.
You're okay. Okay, so I just wanted to know if you wanted to speak to her because she would have more information than I would because she would take care of the report.
She already manipulated my head. I couldn't take it.
Okay.
I got upset because she was a woman, and I don't like women are closer to me because I'm a woman, you know. Because it's like a woman thing, right? So it hurts. I mean, I get really hurt by the males. It's like sometimes it's like I don't even know who to deal with. I don't want to deal with the males. I'd rather speak to a woman more than a male. But it hurts worse when they're manipulative and they're not listening to you. And I'm sitting there telling this information, and she's just making up something that is different when I'm telling her from my experience. And what she's saying, she's just making it up, and it has no relation to what's going on. And it was painful because she's a woman. So when the thing is, it's like she's being told. So when a woman is being manipulated and that manipulation is carrying through her, and she's being told that manipulation, it still projects as her manipulation or whatever, even though she may be manipulated or whatever, being told to say something else, which has happened in your police department. But the thing is, coming through a woman, it's more painful. It's more painful when women do the same thing that these males do, and they manipulate and then they attack women and refuse our rights and do all these things because we are women, and then they use women in the police department and manipulate them, and they're acting the same way. But I know I experienced a couple of them that don't really want to do that, and they are being lied to about me and manipulated, and they have more dominance. They're more dominant and control or whatever over the woman or whatever. Or because of their higher in rank and things like that, and they have to be subordinate and all these other things or whatever. But it's really hard. It's hard because they're closer and they're women, and it's just like, I feel it like 10 times more than. And believe me, I suffer a lot of pain when I encounter the abuses of the male officers. I feel a lot of traumatic pain, but it's so much different when a woman does it. Like, I feel like I can't even say it. I don't want, but I feel really, really really, really bad. Like, I'm dying. Like, it's just like, oh my gosh. It's just like, it's different.
Yeah.
So I have the right to make a complaint or thing, and if you want to sit there and call them up and try to reason with it or whatever, but the thing is, my complaint is legit, and if they don't return the money, if you want to try to reason with them to say, okay, well, can you? This is her complaint and the violation or whatever. They return the money, that's fine. Then there needs to be no complaint, or that if they want to contact them and do a proper investigation and sit there, because I know for a fact I didn't sign up for it because of the detailed why I wanted to read the news and what I said to them. So.
Okay. So did you want to try to speak to the Daily Journal one more time?
I did that. I mean, I'll try again tomorrow, but if you guys want to, we can sit there and find out what's going on or whatever, to sit there and see where, like the thing is, I didn't receive any observation of their media whatsoever, except for it's on Facebook, and I hardly go to that because the police are even controlling news on media and Daily Journal, and I recognized that a number of years ago. But the thing is that, it's just, I was harassed by them before. I was even blocked off their page. That's another thing. I blocked off their page because I mentioned Chief Cottespotty or whatever has spoken against this crime and stuff. So they blocked me off of Facebook. But the thing is, it's just that if somebody wants to reason about it, and if somebody can sit there and if I don't know how to get the information of me, if I encountered reading media from a subscription where they block it, where you can't read their news unless you pay for a subscription, you can look at my history that I did not read it. I read like an article. I think I actually, during that month, I read a couple other articles, and I didn't think I had a prescription after that. If I didn't pay for it, that's what I did not engage in observing their articles, because I wouldn't pay for it month and month and month and month, and not read their articles. That doesn't make any sense. And all the news that I want to know that's going on, especially in my town, it's frustrating that I don't get to observe the news and the information and media that's going on in my own town. That's the main news that I actually want, and I did not observe it because I didn't think I had the subscription. So, and I'm a very precise person, and I'm not just sitting there just like, I don't just go around just like falsely, oh, well, it's not going the way I want to, so therefore, it's that, no, I'm a very detailed, precise person. So I gave you a lot of details that just can't describe this, but I can give evidence that I have not been observing their thing or whatever, and I did not know they were taking money off my card, or else I would have continued to read the news from Daily Journal.
Yeah. Okay, hold on, Jason. I'm gonna come off. Give me 1 second, okay?
Okay.
you can do is you can go talk to the Daily Journal in regards to that and see if they can give you a full refund. I know they refunded you the month, but you would have to go back and talk to them to see if they can do the amount of.
Yeah, I asked about that, and that's when the woman started getting nasty with me or whatever. It wound up, I don't know if I hung up on her or she hung up on me or whatever, but it wound up ending the conversation because it was frustrating, and I should have recorded it, but she was just very nasty to me, and it just, that it ended it with there or whatever. And I told her I was going to call the police on her. Then I decided I wasn't going to, but then well, and I shouldn't use the word mad. I'm angry. I'm upset because I have to go around and asking things from people now, because I don't have any money. I'm like counting pennies and everything. I counted like I'm down to my pennies. Yeah, you can't even count $1 to sit there and make it make a difference in anything going to the store these days.
Okay, yeah, so what you can do is tomorrow when they open up, because I know they're not open right now, that would be
right, yeah.
a little crazy, but you could always go to them and talk to them about it, see if they can.
I'll try again, and then if not, I'll call. If they don't, if they can't reason and basically see the error or whatever, that the mistake they made, then I'll call you guys again, and then you can even, you don't have to put in the complaint if you can get them to reason and figure it out and sort it out or whatever, but they are in the wrong, and they do owe me money because I didn't observe their media. I didn't know they were taking off my car. They didn't have my permission to do that, but if they want to resolve it or whatever, to get it resolved, instead of before they make a complaint. Otherwise, if they don't, I want my complaint to go through.
Yeah, so if you want to just call them and see what they can do, you can always do that, okay?
Okay. Have a good night or morning.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.